We are live. Good evening, everyone. So tonight, Chris and I are going to be playing some games here. I'm playing some Wildhearts, just some casual games. It's a community night tonight, so if anybody watching wants to jump in and play a game, I am definitely available here. So we can play some of the card game. We can play some of Academy. If you want to get a multiplayer game in, anything like that, you want to test out some rivals, or if you just have some questions, feel free to come on and join us in the Discord here. We are available, and yeah, just going to have some fun here. So feel free to ask questions as we go. I'll try to see them, hopefully, assuming everything wants to work accordingly. Looks like my chat is not working. So something went wrong for the chat. Of course. Certainly. Wish. Go ahead and pull up. There we go. I will go ahead and mute myself though. I'm watching myself, my own stream. How crazy. This here. People can watch. All right. So, what are you playing?
I was hopefully waiting for you to pick at least something so I don't mirror your whole situation.
Right. Well, I was thinking we should both play all the promos, right? So whatever you pick, run the promos.
What do you want?
That's a good question. Let's say we got the Pengost here. Debut, shuffle 2 special attack tokens into your deck. KO, play a 1 mirror image token in the field Pengost was in. So I do like that. Shuffle 2 special attack tokens into the deck for a 1/3. Not too bad. We got Bounce Orb. Choose an ally of yours in play. If they are tame, gain 1 VP and seek 2. If they are wild, give a friendly familiar +2 power. Then KO an ally in their field with equal or less power and return your ally to your hand. Not bad. I like stuff like that. It's interesting interactions. Plus we got Drill Attack. Return an ally from any field to its owner's hands. Or hand. Assuming they have just one hand. I mean, most people have 2 hands, but, not everyone. You may move or deploy a friendly familiar. So, really interesting because it doesn't have to be friendly ally. You can return either or. Get some more value out of your own debuts if you want, while also getting a move or deploying a familiar. Getting a deploy familiar is pretty nice. I do love me some tactics. And then we got the Amptar ongoing. When a friendly ally is KO'd, give each other friendly ally in this field +1 power. KO, gain 1 VP, and give a friendly creature in this field +1 power. You know what? I think I'm feeling some tactics ferocity tonight.
Okay.
The question is, though, what do we want to do? We gotta take the faves. We gotta take, some of these, some of those, a little of this, a little of that. Amptar, Fury Potion and Amptar is pretty nice.
Okay.
There's just so much good stuff.
I know, we're getting to the point with the card pool where there's no just like, this is what I like, now you've got to make deck building choices. It's the worst. Ugh.
Goodness gracious. Choices. Yep.
Balancing putting too many ones in my deck right now versus what I think my output's going to be here.
Yeah, I was like, put this one cost, and this one cost, and this one cost. I was like, that's a lot of one cost, but I like all of them. They all feel really good, especially in the beginning. I feel like I need another one cost creature though. How's our curve looking here?
I don't love this.
My curve is very skewed, I will say that. Yeah.
I don't love it.
I'm going in this heavy on the low stuff. I think we're gonna need some extra draw. Goodness.
Unpredictable.
So
Feels so predictable. Like a fool.
who, me?
Me.
Oh.
I am not making good choices. I was as predictable as I think I've ever been.
I'll say my list feels very different. Like, I've got a lot of obvious choices, I would say. Oh, gosh. All right. Then, man, I wish that last familiar had been revealed, because that would very much be my go-to currently for
Oh, I know.
tactics.
I know that tactics deck I was running with you the last time where I brought Trossum. I was like, man, if I had this familiar, we would be popping up.
Right.
I didn't know.
I feel that real hard right now. Like, I mean, Allusion's solid, you know, especially in certain decks. Trossum can be amazing in certain decks, but
you gotta be ready to eat a mirror image or two.
Right. You got to be able to eat your own stuff, and that's the difficult part. So,
yes. I don't want 4 of them, though. That is not deck building rules. What a weird deck. I mean, my choices are normal. The deck is definitely not. What are you? You're a 4. You're a 3. We're gonna get goofy, and we're gonna try to break John here.
glad this mic is mutable.
Why? What did I say?
Oh no, I'm just sneezing.
Oh. It's not offensive things I'm saying. Got it.
No. I don't even know what fields I want to use.
That I did not have a problem with.
None of these fields really synergize with the weird deck I'm playing, so that's like part of the problem. I guess we're gonna take the Haunted Glade.
The Glade does, because you can remove the low costers from your opponent with the dinosaur, right?
Yep.
And you can lower power with the owl. So you've got, you know, owl illusion, dump and minus power. There you go. Alright, make your deck. Let's draw some cards here. Figure out if I need a mulligan. One, two, three,
you
four,
mean a
five,
mulligan?
6. No, I said what I said. A mulligan.
You said what you said, but that doesn't mean what you think it means. I don't think.
It
What a
was
weird hand. I mean, I've got to mulligan this because that's just a lot of creatures, but
You love to see it.
that was a
I mean, you're
doozy.
playing the owl illusion. Let it fly, baby.
I mean, it's awkward.
Well,
It has
you do.
It has no. Oh my god, this is the exact opposite. What happened?
You clearly didn't shuffle. You held shift. You put all the creatures on the bottom.
Oh my gosh. What?
Did you really pull all tamers, or is it just like 99% tamers?
Yeah, 99%.
Oh god.
And I'll go ahead and tell you, the 1% there is a 3-coster.
I mean, you're playing tactics, though. You could get it out round 1 with a hat or something. It's okay.
Gosh. Oh. All right, where are we at here? You're at 9 versus my 7.
7. Yeah, you got a 7.
I get to kick something. Oh, look at those biggins you got there. Oh god, I don't want to deal with the Crag.
Don't deal with the Crag then. Kick it.
I know, but then you gotta go first, and you get an extra. I need an extra card right now.
I don't know that you do.
Oh
You
gosh.
got at least one creature.
I'm gonna kick this.
You love to see it. Oh, you love to see it. I really did not need the extra card either. Oh, Crag right in the middle too. Oh boy, what a glorious time. What a glorious time to be alive. All right, what are you putting down for a resource, sir?
Oh wait, I gotta draw my extra card first. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? If you don't crush me this game, I don't even know what to say. What in the world?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Golly. And I gotta go first. Ugh.
No, you get to go first. Isn't that exciting?
Not in this situation, no.
Oh, okay. Could have been exciting.
Could have been, but it's not. God, I feel so conflicted on this one. I'm dropping a lucky hat.
I get it. I get it. All right. So if he's playing a 3, boys, he's playing it using his other lucky hat. Okay. I am going to drop... This is a tough one. But I think we drop a take flight. That way, if you try to Skyer or momentum shift either of my familiars, I know I can just put them right back on the board.
Assuming you play a tamer card.
I have many a tamer cards and allies. My hand is an even mix, sir.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go. We'll go. Oh, that could be dangerous, but no.
Yes, it says on it, it is a dangerous magic field.
It does say that.
It says it. So. Alright, you're good?
Yep. Interesting.
Wolf in the middle, where you can't play any creatures.
Yeah, we're gonna go here.
Well, then we will put a Glaciafly here. Why would I put it in the middle? Everyone's curious.
I don't. No one's.
Well, some people might be. You don't know.
I don't know.
Some people might be. All right, here we go. What do we got? Field 1.
2. Oh.
Field 2.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, I suffer.
All right, you're up first.
Yeah, I am. You're right. All right, let's go Lucky Hat and let's drop a guide.
Oh my God. So you're looking at 4, you're pulling 2, and then you're pulling 1 after you put 2 on the bottom. Yeah, you're going for the 9. You know you're gonna have to discard down, right?
Yeah, life goes on.
Gonna have an insane hand. I hope you're pulling 2 you can play.
Maybe. All right, let's grab this and this.
Which ones did you grab?
Some cards that do some stuff. Okay.
Different cards that have effects.
Yep, and then I draw one.
Yep. Okay.
This is the wildest game I think I've played in a long time.
Okay, so the bet that I'm gonna make right now is that you do not have anything silly like well, let's play it safe. Be cool, play it safe. Let's do Moonlight Aura first. Let's put 2 special attacks in, and then let's pull a card. Alright. Card numero uno that we play. That's card numero uno. We're going to prop up both of these beautiful familiars, and we pass it right over to you.
Fun.
It was fun.
I am going to play a Lucky Hat.
I like it, and I like it a lot. This is an interesting position to be in. You're at 8 cards. So what if I just want you to play out? Right now we're at 6 there. I don't love that. So if we do that, we make you send him to the bench, and then we play that to send him out. Yeah, let's make you play your cards. Let's make you play your cards, because if you were going to play a Sky or a Momentum Shift, both of them have speed, so you'd have to play it and then you'd have to pass, and then I'd be able to just do it.
Just do it.
Making him play his cards. Playing his cards. Beep-beep-beep-boop. What are you thinking of your choice?
I think I'm going to play a reprieve for 1.
Oh my gosh. So you're losing the field right now.
Yep.
So we're getting the Veep and we're getting the plus power, huh?
Yep.
Alright. And then obviously, that's got speed. So that and the hat will go to the old discard. And then what are we thinking we're doing with speed?
I think I'm going to go ahead and pass.
Okay, so do I need to spend this right now? Would it change anything? That's the question we're going to ask ourselves. So right now we're going to get 5, and you're going to get 3, so we're just going to be even after 1 round. Yeah, I don't need to spend anything. If I was, it would just boost me in this field. Alright, I too will pass.
Okay.
So I'll get 5 from field 1.
We'll
send this jabroni home.
I get KO'd and I get nothing.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. Oh, man. Thank you for the reminder.
Yep.
F minus for the dinosaur. All right, I'm going to draw 2.
I will draw 3.
I'm going to rock a twofer.
I'm going to go ahead and eat your Ignition.
Well, hold on.
What?
Have you put down a resource yet?
Man, who needs that? Oh, gosh, I've got so many things here.
People who like resources.
I had to put a face down.
Oh, is this what I want? Or is this what I want? I'm going to have 3 this turn. Let's do one of these.
Okay.
All right.
Now I'll eat. Nom nom nom.
Sure. I'll go wolf here. Come on, little owl.
Yep, I'll go ahead and hit it.
Come play, little owl. And I'll put the glaze supply there. You don't have any allies because you wouldn't dare to play those. All right, no field isn't active, but switch in your little 2 VP field if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're either going to put it here where you're scoring, or you're going to put it here, which is still hilarious. All right. Because now your big 6 is sitting in a 2 VP field. What a waste.
I mean, I still have my mastery, so.
What?
What?
Bop, bop. Are you thinking about choices that you're making?
I am thinking about choices that I'm making.
Ridiculous things.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this hand is just a real doozy.
Let's see. Yes. Okay. What are we doing here?
It is cool. So we'll send your glaze 5 back, and I'll take your plus.
All right. That's got speed.
Draw a card.
That's got some speed to it.
Oh,
Giving
jeez.
me a lot of control here at the end. I like where your head's at.
It's just real rough. Goodness gracious.
here's a great question. Did you have 7 cards at the end of last round?
I did.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Yep.
I feel like that math is true. 7 plus 3 is 10 minus 1 is 9. See, I feel like we can do math.
Sometimes.
All right,
This
we're
is
paying 1.
the lamest, most negative play ever. I'm going to play a ceiling for 1 with no effect.
You are going to reveal the top card of your deck?
For what?
Well, it says move an ally, and it doesn't say 2, so you have to reveal the top card of your deck. You're giving me info. Oh, Grotian, excellent. And that's your whole play, huh?
Yep, that's it.
All right, here we go. We're using Take Flight to play Self Amulet. You KO'd this round, so he's going to come back. And he's going to come back with Block. And he's going to get these +1, which is great. Everyone loves that, right? We get to move or deploy a Familial. So what are we at here? Oh yeah, we can crush you. And crush you in both of these. Boom. And then it goes back to you, because I don't have speed, so
Yep.
I would never do that.
Okay, so go ahead and spin
that's
that.
a fool's game.
I'm gonna sack bond my seal.
Beautiful. Well, I don't know why you're flipping my support. I don't care for that.
That's a good question.
F in the chat for seal. He has passed.
Yep. And so have I.
Oh my. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? So right now, I'm at, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're adding our power here anyways, so what does it matter? So let's get goofy. Let's give -1 to your owl. We'll draw a card. Yeah, let's play... Well... Is that what I'm doing?
Well, I don't know.
Is it? Yeah, I think so. We will play a foxtail necklace. Speed becomes an exhausted resource. We will rock 2 of these jazz to play another Gale Sine here. And then we too... Oh, hold on. Is that what we want to do?
It's not
Because
bad.
then this gets knocked out. This adds its power here.
Right.
But then we have 5 resources going into the next round, which is disgusting.
That's pretty good.
Or do we want to play it over here? Because this one I'll win anyways. You're only at 6, so I'll win that one. If I play it over here and give it block, I think we do that. If we play it over here, I think we give it block.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything this round, but I'll take 2 points from here. You'll take your 5 from here, and then the Glaciifly will get reset again. I should have played that better. That's a my bad type of situation.
Yep. Well, I mean, it wasn't much different from mine, so... On round 1, at least.
Oh, now we're cooking, though.
Alright,
now we got the cards to cook. Okay.
Still 7, so still gonna keep my hand.
Let's have a couple of candies.
Okay, I'm going to source a Fury Potion.
make a beautiful face-down card that no one needs to know about. A resource.
Okay.
We'll see if this shakes out the way I think you're going to shake it out.
I shake
Go
it
ahead,
out.
sir.
I shake it out.
Oh, yeah, you'd have to be silly to do that.
Probably. It definitely feels like a waste, but it is what it is. All right. We'll drop here. We'll clear a block.
Put the old Glaciifly in this field.
Okay. I'll go ahead and eat your Ignition.
Okay. Playing right into my hand this round. Okay.
He's so confident. Just
Let's
oozes with confidence.
let's go over here.
Okay.
You're up first. And you don't get to know what fields are active. But it's definitely not field 3.
Well, I feel good about that at least.
I do as well. I do as well.
All right, let's spend
the time
one, and I'll drop an Amptar
Okay.
and draw one.
Sure. What's his situation? He's a 3? Okay. We got a lot of resources here. Alright, let's do 1. Let's play a Shadoon with a block.
Okay.
Because of our beautiful Gale Sine.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend 1 and drop a Crochin. I'm going to move my Amptar over here
Embarrassing.
and then gain 1.
Absolutely embarrassing. Okay. Let's go 1. Oop. Apologies. Let's go 1. Let's play a Bounce Orb. I think we pick the Shadoon. Oh no. No Bounce Orb, JK. We do something even goofier. We go 1, 2, 3, and we play a Volt Rock.
Interesting.
We give block to the Kindolf. We give +3 to the Shadoon. We give +4. Well, actually, let's go 4 to the Shadoon. My apologies. We go 3 to the Gale Sine, and of course, we give a mere 2 to the Glaciifly. And did I target the Kindolf with a Tamer card? I did. He gets +1, and I draw a card. Did I play an item card? I did. And so the... Ooh, this is an interesting question. Well, we'll do the Shadoon. We'll give the Shadoon the old plot. Well, let's just give it to the Kindolf. Let's
Okay.
give him his due, right?
His doo-doo, if you will.
You're up, big shooter.
Yeah.
That's what we call a big play.
You have 3 cards left in hand, 1 resource.
Don't worry about what I've got. Don't you worry about it. Especially given that, like, any of my cards could target the Kindle and I could draw, so just be realistic here with what you're thinking of.
So you got like 15 power in that field. Monstrous. No, more than that.
I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't
20,
worry about what I have.
20 in that field, and you've got 6 in this one.
Well, technically, right now, I have 11 in this field, because the Glaciify is only during scoring. So if you're playing Reprieve or some BS,
Sure.
it's 11 in this field currently. Is there a reason you're messing up my bed, Bear? This dog. I tell you what. What are you thinking of your choice?
I don't know, man. I got so many choices.
That's what I heard. No good options. Ba 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 ba. Oh, 6, 7, 8,
All right,
9.
I'm gonna spend
Oh, my.
1, and I'm gonna play a second Amptar because I have the owl.
Okay. Okay. That's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a choice. What do we want to do? So many things we can do. I think we gotta wait for that guy. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Because you do that, and there would be no... Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do 1 here. Let's do a bounced orb. And let's pick our Galesine. So we're going to get a Veep. We're going to seek 2, if you don't mind. And I'll be honest with you, if you do, shush it. Okay?
Okay.
Shush it. And then, of course, we're going to delete this Amptar. Oh, hold on.
Why?
Hold on.
You've already seeked.
Well, yeah, that's as easy as taking the holding shift and putting the card there. Hold on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No, I don't think we're bounce orbing. I think we're self-amuleting.
Yeah, now that
So
you have the knowledge of the seek. Mm-hmm.
Well, the knowledge of the seek is actually not the thing. The thing is, I don't want to return this to hand. Because if you look at Bounce Orb, and this is why you should read your cards, kids. So Bounce Orb lets you basically just wreck something in that field, which is awesome. I'm not denying that that's not awesome, but returning a 2-cost, 6-power ally to my hand does not benefit me even a little bit. So that is a weird choice.
It is a weird
So
choice, but I don't mind.
Well, thankfully no one made it, right? So we do this. This guy comes back with block. We +1/+1. Did I play a Tamer card? Yes, I did. So this guy actually moves over. And then did I play an item? Yes, I did. Oop. Magic.
Okay.
And there's no speed. There's no speed on that. So, feel free to take an action.
8, 9, 15 power here now in the middle when scoring. Versus
8
my
plus 7. Yep, 8 plus 7 is 15.
7,
And currently
13,
you
15.
also have 15. Yeah.
And you got 16 in this field when scoring, so you got some big fields.
Playing Bite Special, baby. Come to flex. I mean, you have a 6 and a 7 power familiar. So that's what the Glaciafly is. Let's not, let's not pretend like you don't have power on the board.
Let's spend 2 here. And I'm going to go ahead and Skyer your Glaciafly back to your bench.
Embarrassing.
And then I'm going to Fury Potion. Let's KO one of these Amptars.
Sure.
So KO, gain 1 VP, and give a friendly creature in this field +1 power. So let's do that, and we'll give it to the Skyer. And then the ongoing of the other one will trigger when a friendly ally is KO'd. Give each other friendly ally in this field +1 power. So, yeah.
Skyer gets +2 total.
Yep. And that has speed.
Yeah.
So, I think I'll just pass.
Okay. I'll pass too then. I don't need to spend any other cards.
Okay.
So I'll get a chonking 5, and you'll get your 2.
2. Yep.
Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Okay.
Final round.
You think so?
Probably.
Yeah, we could be tied after this. You don't know. You don't know, do you?
Nope.
Oh, no, that's interesting. What am I putting down for a resource this round?
I'm going to drop an Alistair's Guide.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get goofy. I'm not actually going to put any card down as a resource.
What? Unheard of. Check the rules. Is that allowed?
Yes, it says May, as in Aunt May.
You mean Aunt May?
Nope, I mean Aunt. You wouldn't say Uncle.
Alright, let's go Allusion here. We'll target the Shadoon.
You can. It won't matter. He'll just come back from the grave once again.
You've already
we'll
played 2,
ding,
so...
let's ding this. Reset your Skyer.
Oh no. Okay.
You're saying that, but he is reset.
Alright.
So.
I'll go Rapture and I'll go Nom Nom Nom.
Until he returns from the grave. My beautiful boy. Let's see. 3's been shut down, 2's been shut down. We'll go here.
Alright. What's it gonna be? 1.
Yep. We made the correct choice.
Alright, so you're at 12 and I'm at 11. Wow.
You are actually at even less than 11 if you count all of the cheating you've done.
All the cheating, says the guy that put back his Seek cards after he played Bounce Orb.
I mean, you did take a mulligan, right? So that's life's greatest cheat.
I did not. According to you, I took a mulligan.
Well, that's even worse. That's an Irish cheat. I can say that. I am Irish.
Okay.
How do you think this one's gonna go?
Not a clue. Let's do things and stuff. I'm gonna flip this to move this.
Embarrassing play.
Yeah, a little bit.
Embarrassing. Okay. Let's make things genuinely uncomfortable for you then. Let's flip this. And oh, not flip. Why would I
What?
flip?
What?
Let's spend this and this. And let's play a Picara here and give it block.
Oh no.
You love to see it.
Do you?
I personally do. I've always been a fan.
Interesting.
The unsung hero, the Picara.
What I got here? The reprieve might be kind of nice.
I mean, but then you're paying 2 for the owl, 2 for the reprieve. You only got 2 left. I guess. All to move a 6-power owl or a skyer? Oh. Embarrassing.
Why is all my stuff wild? I was like, Alistair's guide would be great. I'll just play to the middle field and then move it over. Nope, wild. Nope, wild.
No, Mr. Chase. No wild for you.
Golly.
Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo.
That's a wild. That's a wild. That one's tame, at least.
You could move your quotient there. That doesn't help me at all. Poor Chase. This is entirely winnable for you, just so you know. Nothing in this deck has worked the way I've needed it to.
I'm happy I got to use the Amptars at least, but
I have definitely almost used a new card.
just everything under block is just so frustrating.
Oh no. Sorry, bud. Yeah. Well, when you say like, hey, I'm gonna run Tactics Ferocity and I'm playing special, like we're gonna make sure there's a lot of block. And I didn't even run the Terra Chick, so like know that. I didn't even put Terra Chick in here. I had made a huge mistake picking Shadoon, given your dinosaur owl. But I also wasn't looking at what you were pulling familiar-wise. Otherwise, definitely wouldn't have bothered with the Shadoon.
Actually, I did miss something here. Whenever I use my Fury Potion to KO my own creature, I never gave it the +2 power. So, I'm going to do that now.
So now you've cheated as well.
Now I've cheated. Now we're even.
Oh yeah, leave it on the dinosaur. That definitely also doesn't hurt me. Go on. Play your card.
Alright, let's go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Everything, I'm telling you, everything.
Put an owl on the far side or the middle?
Play it over here.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm gonna blow it up.
Oh my.
Actually, I guess I don't have to. I guess I'll play it there and I can blow up the Skyer, actually. I still get the value. Alright, and then what do we want to grab? Jeez, I'm so tempted just to get another guide, just because my hand is so bad. Actually, I guess I should blow up the Amptars for the Veeps. What are we going to grab? Let's grab a Momentum Shift. And, alright, we'll draw for the Lucky Hat. Interesting. Let's blow up the Amptar with our Fury Potion here to give 2 power to something. And yeah, let's just keep throwing it on this guy, I guess. Okay.
Well, that's your whole shtick, huh?
I know, it's real exciting.
Okay. Okay. Oh, what are we doing here? I don't want you. Just wanted to know what we have. I think we play this.
Oh, and I gained my VP for that. And then I also give a creature in this field +1. So the Skyer will get a +1 for whatever that's worth.
Alright, we're gonna use a take flight, and we're gonna move some stuff, and we're gonna add this to our resource area. So, move friendly familiar. We're gonna move. We want to keep you here, we want to keep you here. So I think being smart, I think we actually move you all the way down here.
What?
Because then he gets +1. Then we draw a card. And we got a card as a resource. And I think that's the play.
Okay. Alright. I don't know. I mean, I know you can move one thing with that, but... Oh, no, I guess you can move them. Yeah, you got a lot of move.
Because that had speed... because that had speed... we use this resource. Really? I hate all of this. We use this resource to... we could remove you. Oh, we do want to move you over, so that actually makes sense. That's fine. That's actually fine. We use that resource to bounce orb here. Yes, on the Ignition.
Okay.
Because then I'm going to get a Veep. Then him going back to my hand actually makes a ton of sense. And we'll apparently just draw all of the cards received. Jeez Louise, man. Him going back makes sense. You can go back. You can go back. To the bottom. And then we KO this. And there's nothing in this field that does anything with that, because that was an ally with equal or less power. 2 and a 2.
Yep.
And then this lets me move something to an adjacent field, so we get to put the Gale Sine there.
Okay.
Now it's to you.
To moi?
Yep. Waka, waka, waka.
Alright, I'm going to spend 1. And we're going to play the second new card in my deck, Drill Attack. So I'm going to return an ally from the field to its owner's hands. I'm actually going to return my Skyer to my hand.
Beautiful.
And then I can move or deploy a friendly familiar. I'm going to move my Owl down here.
You love to see it.
There you go.
Okay, that was a wildly confusing move, but I like where your head's at. So if you're going to play a Skyer to send one of these back to bench, we'll just leave take flight here, and we'll play behind you. Let's strength training him, and let's draw a card.
Okay.
There you go. Move it, cat.
I will spend... why aren't you turning? There we go. Spend 1. And I will play an Adult to hit your Pakera.
To remove block. How embarrassing. Okay. Okay. Ugh. I don't want to have to do that. Well, I think trying to play behind you and without any cards, I think you just have it. Because I think the most I can do is probably win 2 and you'll win 3.
Duh.
Because that'll get killed.
That's why I moved the Owl over. It's just extra.
Well, I mean, even if you hadn't, it wouldn't matter. I can play this, I can reset something, but that doesn't matter because I can't move him over. Could have reset your Owl. That actually wouldn't have made any difference, though. You still would have had more than enough in this field to probably win it. So we can do that. Yeah, I think I'll end up winning 2. And you'll end up winning 3. So let's get Goofy then. You have 2 left. I'll actually put a Penghast here. And he's gonna put 2 of these in my deck. And then I'll pass. And we'll just play it out.
Okay. So you're winning, what, just the middle field?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. I will spend 1, play a second Adult. I'll hit your Penghast,
Yeah.
and I'll gain a Veep.
Yep. And if we played that, we probably would have been tied.
And then, yeah, I'll pass 2.
There you go. 2 for me and 3 for you. I gave you the last point. F.
F in the chat. How'd you get a Veep? What'd I miss?
I got 2 VP for the middle. So I went from 13 to 15. And I got a Veep in the middle of the round because I played Bounce Orb and I picked a Tame
Right.
Ally Vignoson, which is Seek and a VP.
Gotcha. That's what it was.
And And yeah, I mean that bounce orb, man. If you can get one of them, you know, stuff like the croc where it's both, oof, you can really fly. But when you got that's actually the only reason I took the Shadoon too, is because I needed a balanced amount depending on what I needed. If I'd taken the Terror Chick, it all just would have been Seek and VP, but then you're not targeting the Kindolf, so you know you're not getting the. You know, I thought if I had Wild, I'm getting the removal. Plus, I don't really want to remove the Terror Chick from the board. Not that I want to remove the Shadoon, but like, basically it was one of those, if I'm playing it, it's to remove the Ignition or the Pengost anyways.
Right. Were you playing Giant Growth?
No, I hate Giant Growth with a fiery passion.
Oh, okay. I just those two, Glaciafly and Kindolf, I really like it for them. So
I do not. Yeah, but see, like even here, the whole power of the card doesn't matter. There's not one time during this game where you've filled up any of these fields at all. Yeah. And +6 temporary power. I mean, it's wasted on the Kindolf. Like halfway through the game, at least, it's wasted. After round 1, even, it's wasted.
Sure.
So, you want to reset? You want to go again?
Sure.
You want to do a second Z's?
Yeah. I'll do Might Special then.
Well, why do I have to do Tactics Ferocity?
That's what I said, I guess. Because I said so. And I'm the guy running the stream, so.
You can do Might. Everyone's seen the cards now. We all played the cards, even if it wasn't good for us to play it. So you just play whatever you want to play.
Yeah, I'm going to play Might Special.
And I'll play whatever it is I want to play. And that will be the end of it.
This guy.
That will be the end of it.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
What did I want to play again?
Tactics Ferocity.
No, that sounds stupid. That sounds stupid. I think what we want to do is maybe play Tactics Ferocity. Or maybe not. I'm looking at some things here. And I'm thinking... Oh, why would I want that? Gross. Yuck. Uh-huh.
Yeah, shuffle them up. Oops, all ones.
I love it. Do I have 3 of a card in this stupid setup here? How would this math make sense?
Math is math.
Well, until it's not, right? And then what do you do? Okay, so the question is, do we need all the things that we're thinking we need? The answer is probably not. Probably not.
This is such a terribly balanced deck.
I don't know what that means, but I don't appreciate it.
And my curve is just not great.
Work out more.
Well played.
Got him. Okay. So that doesn't help, but that does help. That does help. Do we really need both of these? That was the question. I think the answer is probably not. I like it, but not enough to want it as a friend.
Weird.
It is weird, but it is also isn't not weird. Is it?
Man, it feels so weird. Like, I want to take the Tortu, but he doesn't really synergize with this deck at all. But he's my buddy. I love the Tortu.
You know, sometimes when in Rome. Well, you just don't even make sense. If we're being honest, you don't really make sense. You do, oddly. That's the goofy part. That's the goofy part.
You went offline.
Well, no, I just have a bad connection and it wants me to reconnect. Or at least that's the story I'm being told. See if it's true or not.
Guess I won't even take either of the two cards I was thinking about because neither of them synergized. So, we're going to do this weird nonsense.
Now, just like the dinosaur. There is a situation
A Bruin.
where we could play that. So really we need 4. 4 is what we need. And if we need 4, I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Let's rely on those. Okay. Okay. I think if we're doing this right, we do the Gallade. And I think we too do the Crag. And then we kick our own Crag, because clearly you brought your own Crag, which seems foolish, but whatever.
Does it?
Well, actually, hold on. Why would I run Crag at the 4? We want to hyper-aggressive this. We would run this. And we would kick our own Glade. We want points on the board. That's what we will want.
Okay.
Go on, get.
All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
at least
This
a spread. Spread I can work with.
This is what we want. This is how Mama likes it.
Okay.
This is how she likes it. We are going to keep this. We're going to take another card.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a beautiful baby known as the Guide.
Okay. I'll drop a Gelsene.
Okay. 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 Let's see. Yeah, this is what you're playing with, so I don't need to worry about anything you're doing, even a little bit. Here we go.
Here we go.
We're gonna go here. We're gonna mirror over here.
Okay. And go here.
I'm already winning 2 fields. God, this is going well for me.
And no field is inactive this round.
Yeah, baby. That's what we like to see.
Okay.
Alright, let's start with a Moonlight Aura. Just to give ourselves a little question as to what we want to do or might want to do. Okay. How do we play nothing while playing everything? How do we do that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Alright. We're going to hit you here with -1.
Okay.
That's going to let us draw a card.
Wow, you drew into it, huh?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Me.
Who wouldn't?
Definitely me.
And then I think we get really mean. I don't actually like most of this. Because we can do this. Makes you put it to,
Judge, slow play.
Oh, but then you couldn't put it there. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to go there anyways. You'd have to come here. Okay. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. And we'll go like this.
Okay.
We'll send you home.
Does that reset the power? Getting sent home?
No.
Even if it's negative?
Oh, sorry, yes. Even if it's a negative, go ahead.
Okay.
And then I'll just pass.
Interesting.
I don't have any better plays this round.
Wow, Z's. Okay. I'm gonna spend 1, and I'm gonna drop a Pengost.
Yeah, if you've got a thing, play the thing.
Yeah. So shuffle 2 special attacks into my deck. 1, 2, shuffle. Alright. And then we'll play a Moonlight Aura. So we'll shuffle 2 more in there. 1, 2. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then, as the card says, we'll draw 1 card.
Maybe.
Okay. Next, we'll go ahead and just Foxtail Necklace here. Okay, where are we at on stuff? So that is at a 3 passing over, so that's 8 to my 6. And this is 4 to my 3. Okay. Let's spend 1 then. And I will play out this Siltsune to bring back my Glaciafly. So then that puts me winning the 2 side fields, losing the middle field. It's only 3 points, but...
Yep, much better spread for you. Me going first was really rough.
Yeah, it's not done though. I'm going to also play a strength training on my Siltsune. A little bit, but I win all 3 fields.
Sure. Enjoy your 5 cards.
So.
Alright. Take your 11d5 points.
Is it really 11? Wow.
Oh, God, that was rough.
Oh, no. It's 12 points, not 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. That was a heck of a round one.
Yeah, like I said, going first was definitely not remotely what I needed to be doing. Let's put a take flight down.
Okay. So I should undo these and... I'm just gonna do another Gelsene. I don't have any like reliable ways to KO it myself, so
Let's go like this. And like this.
okay. Go ahead and go here.
Reset your Siltsune.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Choose the middle field.
Yep. Seems fair.
Alright, so I will be... Yeah, we'll do that. Alright. Oh, is that what I want to do?
No.
Is that? You don't really have that many cards. You do not have that many cards. You already have a Siltsune on the board, so I can return your shit whenever I want. You could put block. I can always remove block with reset, so it's not really a big concern. Yeah, so I think if we want to come back, as it were, I think we go 1, 2, and I think we reprieve? Because we're losing this field.
Yep.
So I'll get 2, and then we'll get a beautiful +3. So now we're winning their field. Also, I get to move a tame creature. So we will move this here to... Oh. Or do we want to move this? No, we gotta move this here for this round. We'll move that here to give him +1.
Okay.
Oh, to give the glaze to fly +1. That has a spid. That has speed. Can't imagine. So you could have something to play here. You could. But we could also just make everything you want to play of 0 value. I suppose, actually, if you give plus power to either of these two, or him, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Would it?
I don't know.
Yeah, and he doesn't really need to be there, though, does he? Yeah, so let's do this. Let's do this. And let's... It's gonna feel like a waste. But it will not be. Oh, God. I feel like I'm gonna lose this round already. Like, what the
You got 7 cards to my 3, man.
I know, but like, look at this. Doesn't do anything, doesn't do anything, can't play it, already have one on the board, too expensive, and the other one is a squirrel.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
How'd you pick those cards up so fast?
I'm very just good at what I do.
I know, you're so fluent in Tabletopia.
Let's flip this. And let's move him here. And then let's let you go.
Okay. I think I will just flip this and go over here.
Jeez Louise. Okay. Let's use this. Let's double-edged. Move him here. Drop your block off of your penguin. And then I played a tamer card, so we'll move the Trossum over here as well.
Wait, what?
That's a tamer card. I use Take Flight. If you exhausted this to play a tamer card, move or deploy
okay.
friendly.
Gotcha. Interesting.
I thought it was.
So you got a lot of power over here. You got nothing in the middle, though. But that one's not even live, so...
It's a dead field. I don't care about it.
Do that, and that. That's kind of funny.
Hey, Mommy, watch me. Mommy. Mommy.
So 8, 9, 12, 16 over here to my 9. I put a lot of power over there.
Watch this.
Alright, let's go 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna drop a Volt Rock. Okay, so you are out of cards. You could hat me and play something.
I showed you my whole hand. I've not drawn a single hat.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like,
Well, normally I would
hats, no
consider.
ramps. This is what happens when you build around zeros. No hats, no ramp, no nothing.
Oh, I also got the Glaciafly also, so I'm at 12.
You've already won the field. I do not know why you do not just play something to move over here and end the game.
How do I don't have anything to move over there.
How do you not have movement?
I have 3 cards in my hand. Like, I already played the one movement I had, and it was to redeploy, so... Yeah, so 8, and then, 12, I'm at 9
You just
here.
give the 4 power
Yeah.
and the 3 power to those, and then you get the extra power, give the block to the Glaciaflyer, so it does not matter.
I don't even think I need to give all the... I think I could do, what, 6 here?
Well, it doesn't give you a choice. You have to give the things.
I know, but I'm saying, like, could I give the Glaciafly the 4?
You can.
I think I can.
It doesn't matter. You give 3 to the Kindolf, and then he gets a 4th because he's targeted by a Tamer card, and then you draw it. Like, it does not matter.
Yeah, so...
The sooner you can end this game, Chase.
Oh, gosh.
You are playing with your food, sir. It is rude. You don't need to do any math. Literally just giving any power, you will have won that field.
3.
And I will pass, obviously, after you do the Bolt Rock shot.
Another one. And then this will get the block. And then I also get the draw. That's a funny one. I don't have enough. Oh, yeah, and he gets the block also from the Kelson.
I am passed, just so you're aware.
I know. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. So, yeah, I'll pass as well. Your lone mirror image will win you the crag.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Now I remember why I used to tell John I hated playing Tactics Special. This is the feeling. This is it.
What the heck? What is this hand? Why are these things happening to me?
You do not get to complain about your hand, sir.
I guess not. You source first.
Okay, for the mother of all that is good and holy. I already did.
Okay. I'm going to do a Sylph Amulet. So now I got some more movement.
Yes, thank God. Before that, I didn't know how you would pull this victory off.
I know.
Alright. Last round, let's hope.
Staunch the bleeding, please.
You could have finished it last round if you had just put this down instead of the stupid Gale.
I know. I debated it. I just figured you were going to auto-ult me, but that never mattered. Never mattered.
It never mattered. What are you worried about? Both of these have really good KO effects. I thought when you put block on the Pengas, I was like, that's dumb. That's dumb. Why don't you remove block from this guy just for fun?
Okay.
There you go, Peter. Good for you.
Actually, we should go to the middle. That makes sense. Okay.
Does it?
Yep. The field worth the most VP is inactive this round. See? Told you.
Well, that sucks. Shit. Okay. We'll do, I guess, what we can do here.
How do you have a rested card?
How do I have a what?
You have a rested card?
I don't. None of these are.
Wow.
So
All right. Yeah, when you wiggled it, it came undone, so.
Okay. Let's start this feudal turn of just stupidness with, let's do something gross. Let's go 1, let's go 2, let's go 3. And let's, we're gonna get dumb, and let's stick your wolf. So we're gonna move this guy here, and we're gonna plow into your wolf and knock him out.
Okay.
How'd that feel?
A little sad.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to be familiar, so we gotta do it like this. Apologies. My apologies, but these 3 cards were used. Take flight. Did we exhaust this step? Yes, we did, so now we can move him here.
Okay.
And then, can we move a tame creature to give a familiar +1? Yeah, we can move a tame creature. Let's move him over there. And we'll give our Glacier Fly +1.
Okay.
There you go. Just a happy day situation.
Indeed. Alright, I'll spend 1. I'll play a Shadoon and give it block. Here you go.
Lame. Okay. Let's spend this card to... Oh, that wouldn't make any sense. Let's play a hat, finally.
Okay. Let's... I'll spend 1, and we'll play a Bounce Orb on our Silsone. So I gain a Veep.
Yep.
I'll seek 2. Gotta play all the new cards. You know how it goes.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll add this one to hand, and we'll bottom deck this one. And then KO an ally in their field with equal or less power and return your ally to the hand. So we'll KO your...
Yeah, he just comes back to my hand.
Yeah, but then I get my Silsone back to my hand. So, and then my Shadoon will trigger. Give a friendly creature +1. He's just going to give it to himself. Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
Wow.
There's no winning scenario here. Come on now.
There's
now
not.
that you can redeploy, there's literally no winning scenario. Just play the thing out.
Okay. Silsone. And we'll bring him back. And then I win.
Yep. That was a game.
If you say so. Well, that was one of our worst, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I could have still done more. Like I could have spent another 2 to giant grow with my Kendolph, and then use the amulet to move it over if I wanted to. Like, yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, again, I'm not sure it mattered. Literally from round 1, that game was done.
Yep. That first round was brutal for you.
Well, let it be a lesson. Let it be a lesson.
Going first with a lot of speed cards is scary at times.
Yeah, and I mean, like, for the whole game, it made no sense to play this, no sense to play that. I had a second one of these in my hand. When would I play the whistle? I can't remove any of your stuff, so trying to pull, like, the other skunk out of my deck wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah.
So, like, this was literally, yeah, that would have been what I revealed. So I'm paying 3 to play 2.
Yep.
That would have been absolutely, like, a disaster. So I think overall, like, yeah, this is just a bad matchup situation. I mean, this is, like I said, I told that to John, right? Like, way back in the day. I think special tactics, like, you can do a lot of things most of the time, but I don't think you have the output that you need to, like, with the cards in the current pool, you do not have the output you need to outpace, you know, like Might Special, you have ramp and you have power on the field, you know. But, you know, I don't want to play, like playing the dinosaur, right, wouldn't have helped because you had a ton of block. So what am I doing, right?
Right.
I would have had to have played into what you were playing, probably Tactics Might. But I just played the wolf, so, like, you know.
Yeah, one of the things I was concerned about was the fact that I only played 2 3-cost cards, and that was the 2 Volt Rocks. I didn't play anything else. I debated grabbing to the Tadalo, because I got the amulet to bring it back, right? I've got other things to give it block, like the Gelsones and things like that. But I decided instead of them, I'd grab the Shadoon. So that's what I went with instead. There's just a lot of low stuff.
Yeah. Which again, I try not to do, but
Yeah. I've never played like so few one and zeros combined like in a deck. Like, it's probably the most I've ever played in one.
yeah.
I had an Enchantress in hand, and the turn I wanted to play it, you had 3 in the center field, and then that was the one that got turned off. So there was really no point to play it there.
Well, yeah, and I mean, like, I had no hand in the first game, and this one, it did not even matter that you had, like, no cards in hand most of the game. That was, like I said, the hilarious part is,
Yep.
I'm looking at 7 or 8 cards, and it just genuinely does not matter,
Yep.
you know?
I thought that was funny too. It's like I had all the cards in that first game, and I was able to, be flexible with it. And this one, I didn't have any cards, but they were pretty much always the cards I needed the most. So I was very fortunate.
Yeah, and I mean, this is right, like, we've talked about this with the Chrism, but the threat of tactics, because I knew, by the way, the minute you bounce orbed the Siltsame back to hand, like, that's it.
Yep.
Because, like, the only hope I would have is familiar removal. When you can just, like, put them back, there's not really that much this deck can do. Because I can't, without the Owl, I can't play the other lizard, right? So the other Skyer just sits in my hand. And I don't have any way to get my own Skyer off the board, so, like...
Right.
That's not great either. I suppose I could return him to my hand, but returning my own 2-cost to my hand to move or deploy a familiar, when the deploy on one of my familiars is not... You know what I mean? This is where you said if we had had the other tactics familiar...
Yeah.
Then this deck makes complete sense, because you can leave my Skyer on the board, and that would have killed you.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't have that familiar. So, like, I ran this deck against Randy, and he used a similar, like, because he plays the exact 2 familiars you had this game.
Oh, yeah.
And if you leave, like, if I get Croshin, if I get, the Skyer on the board, with that other tactics familiar, it's just, like, impossible. All of your stuff is either on the bench or back in play, so... Because worst case scenario, right, I would drill attack a mirror image to then redeploy the bat, to then re-trigger the Skyer. So even you blocking wouldn't matter. Because it's like, boom, hit it. Oh, your block's gone. Boom, hit it again. Now you're back in the deck or on the bench.
Yep.
But for some reason, people that got foundations, Chase, just hate opening mystery familiar packs. Right?
How dare they? And if they did, they didn't want to brag to everybody that they got the only copy of that tactics familiar apparently in existence.
Yes, there were 11 of them sent out, 4 of them were revealed, 5 if we count yours. And of course, 3 of the reveals were the butterfly.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the other goofy thing is the more we play with the current card pool, the more I think that this card for me is actually only the if I'm playing Special Might without the turtle, or if I'm playing Ferrotoon. I think if I'm running Glaciafly or I'm running Jellycane, because if I'm running Jellycane, I actually can't use that support, right?
Why?
Because how would you trigger it, right? You're not playing any cards, so that's an immediate no in a Jellycane deck. And if you're running Glaciafly, usually you're kind of planting Glaciafly at the start of the round, in the middle, or because like if one gets shut off, you're putting it in the middle, so because that one is not going to get shut off. The only reason you wouldn't put it in 2 is because 2's already been shut off. Some way, shape, or form, right? So I think the more we play, the more I cool on like. Because I don't know that you need take flight if you're playing tactics. There's enough movement and there's enough good supports. I don't know that it's necessary. And it's kind of every deck now that I've put it in for tactics in this card pool that doesn't use, that's kind of where that card has fallen for me. It's
Wait,
just like,
which tactics card?
No, the take flight. Like, if I use it
okay.
with tactics, I don't feel like I need it as much with this card pool, because you have the whistle and you have take flight, or you have the hat. You don't need that card the way that, if I'm playing Might, the Chrism and the Wolf both love that card.
Yep.
The Ferrotuna, obviously, it's getting you closer to that bonus VP. And yeah, I mean, I like it. If you're playing like a ferocity deck, right? Like special ferocity, and you got the Skyson and Oliver's Inlet and playing stuff, it's great. But I think if you're running like this, where I was running like Trossum and Glacifly, I don't think I really need movement with those guys as much. So I think that card kind of ends up in a weird spot. I almost probably would have been better served putting, like, even if I wanted the movement, Hidden Power probably would have been a better play, or literally any, like, because I could have slowed you down if I just put, like, 2 Picaros. You did not have a ton of removal. Your 3 ones that you played this game would have cost twice as much. And instead I've got Take Flight. So, it was a misjudgment on my part.
Yeah,
But
it really depends on, unfortunately, what your matchup is. Like, if you know what you're playing against, sure, but it's still one of those that's really good. Like, if I was to play in a tournament and I was using special, I might probably want that just because of there's a decent amount of removal.
But if you're playing with the Trossum, you do not really need that, do you? Because you're rarely. I'm not going to get Skyred. I'm not going to get Sticked.
Right.
Both
okay. Yeah. Because you got the Guardians. Yeah.
So, like, even swapping that out for, and obviously you weren't doing a ton of removal, but even swapping it out for like 2 Gale Snays, I would have been giving block to, my mirror images.
Yep.
Not that I needed it, but even that to me seems more efficient right now than the take flights.
With the Trossum specifically.
Yeah, the Trossum just, and I actually, funny enough, I actually put these in just because of the Trossum, because I thought, like, if I need to get rid of a mirror image, Chase.
Yep.
If I could give you -1, right, from my Pengas or my
Moonlight Aura.
Or my cards. Yeah, could I give you -1, 2 Moonlight Auras in here? Could I just chunk for -1 and then blow up one of my mirror images to knock out that?
Makes sense. But you didn't
Just
take
to
the
give me
Enchantress, though, so you didn't have a ton of ton of special attacks.
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you have? The Enchantress and Moonlight Aura, and that's it? Or the Enchantress and Pengas?
And the Moonlight Order. I had all 3.
Yeah.
And I didn't draw 1 special attack.
Well, I mean, last game I had, 6 in my deck, and it was like I pulled the 1 on the draw, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So, the special attack giveth, and the special attack taketh away.
Yep. Anybody that watched our, it was the 4-player free-for-all, right? And
Yeah.
I forget how many it was. It was like 9 or something crazy, crazy number.
It was at least 12, because you had played an Enchantress into a field and gotten 8 or 9 on one play.
It was crazy.
And it was like, you knew I had to get some of these, right? And then just none came up.
The whole game. Yeah, the whole game.
Yeah. That was ridiculous.
It was like 80% of my deck by the end of it, and still didn't see it.
Right. It was double digits for sure by the end of it. I'd have to go back and watch, but I remember you disassembling your deck and being like, what is happening? I feel like if you were relying on the special attacks, the mirror images actually help. But your deck
for
is
sure.
not super reliant on that.
Oh no,
right?
not at
So like, I am curious though, why would you need the Terra Chick if you have 2 Gale Sinays, especially as support? Like, what do you need this? Everything is blocked all the time. And if
but
you
if
only use one,
my big guys aren't though. So the Gelsinays give the Terra Chicks block. So then I've got 2 layers of basically Guardian to protect my familiars, because my familiars are just.
But you have Take Flight ×2.
Yeah.
You have Silt Sinay ×2, and you have 2 Bounce Orbs. What do you need? What do you need that for? 6 cards right here are all
I don't know.
possible redeploys.
Well, I didn't draw the Take Flights, so thank God I drew 1 Siltsine and then a Bounce Orb to go with it to use it a second time.
I know, I was half close to just killing him too with the Odd Ult in round 1. I hate that I didn't. But you blocked him up. I could have, though, with the special attack, hit him, remove block, and then Odd Ulted.
Yep.
But, you know, when in Rome. I mean, I think because you played a Self-Amulet, I have to assume you had that in hand, so I don't even know if it would have mattered. He came back with block anyways.
Yeah. You just weren't like blowing up any of my stuff, so I was like, well, okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and source it.
It's funny that you say that, because, like, I'm not going to waste actions, so if everything's blocked up, I should have actually prioritized playing the Griffin, the Hydrophane. I should have thrown that out.
Yep.
Because it would have been behind a Guardian anyways. And when I think back to, like, the first Skyer I played, I probably should have played the Griffin instead, because even if I was going to lose that round, it at least put something on the board that, you know, would have given me some chance in the later rounds with, like, that Kindolf's power and stuff. I will say I do like, I mean, obviously we haven't talked about this yet, but like the Canyon is not going to be a release field. Because I think if you're playing Might, these two fields just break people.
Yep.
Because you don't have the output. So like smartly, that one will not be there. That's gone. F. Goodbye.
I've got it though.
Well, you have it, but I'm saying a majority of people won't have it.
Right.
So when they play Tamer Challenge Chase, they'll have to feel the crippling power of the Fertile and then the Crag.
Yeah.
What do you do? Putting the 5 out in the early round was probably... But see, I thought I could Skyer you and just call it good. Problem, of course, is you have redeploy.
Yep.
I probably should have left that on the board. What do you do though?
Well,
which out of the 4 new cards, by the way, is your favorite? The Penguin, the Bull, the Orb, or Drill Attack?
I thought I would like the Bull more than I do. I just don't have enough yet to really build around it too much. Like I've got the Fury Potion and the Sack Bond. But
have you done like Trossum Dinosaur with the boar?
I was literally thinking that when you were talking through all your stuff, I was like, man, Trossum and Rapture together with, you know, now put the Amtar into play. Oh, now we got some spice going. But yeah, I didn't.
And you just stopped caring. You just stopped caring, Chase, about like, oh no, there's mirror. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that mirror image up for a hot minute. Dinosaur powers up. Now suddenly Dinosaur powers up again. And then Mirror Image goes back to your hand. And then if Dinosaur eats the Bull can just go right back to your hand. And you got VP from it.
I didn't even think about that. It just going right back to hand and getting the VP. Oh.
I mean, right? If you've got it sitting behind a Mirror Image... And you just, you know, you're the Dinosaur, right? You're worried about getting Skyer. The Rapture's got all that plus power. And you don't really have any redeploy in Ferocity. You just park it behind the Trossum's mirror image, and you pop one of your Amptars, that's the first thing KO'd this round, right?
Yep.
One VP, friendly
Gnarly.
creature in the field gets +1. Dinosaur already gets +1. Do you give the +1 to a mirror image, maybe? Are you powering up the mirror image? I mean, like, yeah, that combo with Randy, I thought was probably my favorite with the bull this last week. So, what else you got though? I mean, you can always.
Gosh. I mean, the Pingos is nice too, right? I mean, 2 more special attacks. I love all the special attack stuff. I didn't really get any use out of the mirror image, but the threat is always there at least. But again, more special attacks, 2 special attacks at once, like for 1. That's cool.
I think the penguin being the 3, right? The downside is the speed, because
Yep.
it's a 1.
Yep.
But it being a 3, it's really tempting to just execute it. You know that's going to be a tempting auto target, right?
Yep.
So then you just get the mirror image. It goes to the discard, and if you're playing Might Special, are you self-amuleting it, Chase? And
Right.
getting that debut again.
Yep. I mean, if you even kind of look at it, it's almost like a 1/4. Yeah, it's weird because it's a 1/3, and then a 1 replaces it. So I mean, it's got a lot of value for a 1-coster. So Amptar, of course, the bull is great. The drill attack, I love the flexibility of drill attack. One, I love movement. Now I've got some movement in tactics that I really like, so I don't have to. I can combo tactics with more stuff and not have to worry necessarily about needing,
Previously, your movement is what? Hidden power?
Yeah, I was like, it's on a 2-coster, right? The hidden
or
powers.
The owl, where you have to have already played the tamer card.
Yeah. So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Is there a debut on the field that you can pull back to hand?
Right.
That's the big question, right?
And it could just be, I mean, and again, it's flexible. Return an ally from any field to its owner's hand. It doesn't have to be played this turn, right? Like the Adult is. I can return one of my opponent's stuff if they got something real big, a Croc or the Tadalo, right? And they've already spent most of their resources. There's no way they can play it a second time, most likely. So that, and then...
If you're playing it with Ferocity, too, because there's no real good redeploy for Ferocity Tactics right now, that's your redeploy.
Yep.
But it's also a skill card, right? So you're pairing it with the Dragon, right? The Infernander's going to get, if it gets discarded, that's your skill card. But more importantly, if you've got a Sylphunk on the board, maybe you're playing Owlusion for Tactics to get the drill attack, right? So now you can have 2 skunks on the board, 2 Sylphunks, play that skill card, and
Yep.
now suddenly both skunks get +1 and are giving -1 as well.
And,
I like that.
And then the Bounce Orb is cool too, right? I get a KO an ally in their field, which again could be your own if you really want to. And then, again, return your own stuff to hand. So this, though, less flexible on the returning to your hand, but on what if you want to do your own or your opponent's, it's always going to be your own. Which, again, though, really powerful just in itself. The difficult part, though, is when you have it in hand versus what you have in play, right? It's like, I really need to seek right now, and I'm not playing tactics, so I don't have the Alistair's Guide. I'm not playing special, so I don't have, the Ferrotune or whatever. Especially in, Might Ferocity right now. Like,
Yes.
it feels really good there. So, yeah, I mean, 1 VP gain, always solid. Literally, the 1 VP gain is what got me won that round, so.
Yeah. Well, and I was going to say, if you're playing Might Ferocity, too, and you think about it, there's 2 1-cost allies in both sets, right? Lady Seer and Sealan and Ferocity both are good to return to hand. You've got 1 wild, 1 tame, and then 2 tame and Might, Ignice and Terrorchick. I don't love pulling the Terrorchick back, but maybe, giving block to something this round is valuable, getting the VP and the Seek. But boy, pulling a Sealant back, you get the KO, you get the Seek and the VP, right? And then you get to play the Sealant again to maybe move another creature chase and get that VP again.
Again, yep.
And you can kind of curate, right? Because you're looking at the top of your deck, kicking stuff to the bottom. So if you've already seen the top of your deck somehow, with the Sealant being played the first time, you can kind of remove that card, play the Bounce Orb, right? Put one of them in your hand, one on the bottom. You can kind of curate.
Yeah, I think.
Which one are you leaning towards?
I mean, probably Drill Attack. Drill Attack does just so much for like tactics and stuff that really kind of needed it. I feel like it's just really powerful being able to play back those effects again. Bounce Orb I think has the highest ceiling, right? Out of all the cards here, it's and probably even the highest floor as well. But definitely the highest ceiling.
I think it's the return to hand though that kills the floor a bit. Because you have to have already drawn a 1-cost creature and Bounce Orb.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, you're not going to Bounce Orb unless you're desperate, right? And you're trying to pull the 3-field win that you did.
Yeah.
You're not returning a 2 or higher.
No.
And the only time I'll make an exception is I will admit I have Bounce Orbed my own Croc. But it let me knock out a Tadallo, like just straight up KO it. And I gained, of course, it's Tame and Wild, so I gained both triggers, Seek, VP, and then I gave +2 to a familiar, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, like, it's kind of silly, but a Bounce Orb on a mirror image, I was like, oh, that's Tame and Wild. Yep. I'll get double value. But again, that's one of those, like, higher ceiling kind of plays that someone might not consider. Like, why would I want to play this on a mirror image? Well... Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if they've got something on the field, I mean, even if they don't, you can play it to kill a mirror image and put one back in hand if you need to clear space.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had a couple on the field. I think I lean, as weird as it is, I think I lean towards the bull.
No way. No way.
Yes. Yeah.
As much as you dislike ferocity.
But yeah, no, and I understand what you're saying, but between Sacrificial Bond and the Fury Potion, right? One of the main like ferocity holes. If you were, let's say, somehow you could play ferocity right now today.
Yeah.
You'd want to play a Lady Seer early, right? You've got an Amtar on the board, then you play a Lady Seer, you discard a card. You want to be able to sack bond that Lady Seer that immediately could pump up your familiars in that field. Right? Or, any other allies. I don't think you want to kill the Amtar right away, but I think the Amtar might be the absolute best case for actually playing Fury Potion on a creature. Not using it as a support, playing it on a creature.
Yeah.
Because I think at the end of the... Like, it's an 8 now, right? And then at the end of the round, it's going to blow up. You're going to get a VP. Something else is going to get 1. And then, creatures will return to bench. I also think, if I'm being honest, like, Gel Ice, Sylphunk, Tortu, Croc, all of those creatures... end up like getting obliterated most of the time when you're playing against a ferocity player, right? Like no one wants to leave your Sylphunk on the board.
Yeah.
No one wants to, you blow up your own Gel Ice at times. I've never wanted to like leave someone's Tortu on the board. And again, any combination that you're playing with, right? You're playing ferocity special. You play a Penghast, then you play an Amtar, your opponent knocks out the Penghast, or maybe they knock out the Amtar, that would be weird. But they knock it out, you've got a mirror image on the board, and then guess what? Now the ongoing chase triggers. So now the mirror image is actually a 2 power on the board. Protecting your Amtar. I don't know, I just feel like...
I think Amtar... out of all these here, the one that synergized the most with what it has going on is probably the Amtar. Like, sure, the Pengost give you some more special attack tokens. Like, that's got some synergy. That's got a good amount of synergy with special. But like Amtar, I think just on like every level helps Ferocity so much. And like what one of the main things that Ferocity likes to do, and it's of course KOing a lot of their own stuff to get even stronger. So
Wow.
they've got a good
And I
amount of.
mean, early game, if you're running, let's say you've got an ambush, early game, these are the 3 from Ferocity that you're able to pull. So realistically, for 1, you could get 6 power chase on the board. You could pull an Amtar. You could pull an Amtar and a Sealant, right? You get 6 power on the board. Or better yet, you could get an Amtar and a Lady Seer, and then discard with the Lady Seer. That's a what? 5-9 power swing with 1 ambush. That is huge. That is a big swing.
Yep.
If you can pull that, obviously, if you can pull that off. Or God forbid you're running the Owl. If you've got Owl Illusion and you're ambushing Chase, if you can get 2 Amtars on the board right away,
yeah, crazy.
that's pretty gross. And I mean, yeah, I like what you're saying. Like the Pengost, right? Before this, all there was the Siltsune, and that's the only one option that Special has. But if you're using Take Flight and the Sune stick, do you really need the Siltsune? If you're playing Special Tactics and you have Drill Attack, do you really need the Siltsune? Like it's a great card and a great creature, and it triggers the Gale Sune, and you love to see it. But like the Penguin added a lot of flexibility, I think, to early game Special decks.
For sure, yeah. And I think it's probably out of all these, like all of them have their own special thing for me, right? So Amtar, I feel like has the most synergy with its own style out of all of them. Drill Attack, I probably like the most out of all of them because it fits my playstyle a whole lot. And it does something I really wanted, in that style, because I don't really want to play the hidden powers. Like, 2 costs just to move something, that alone isn't enough, but I could use the Drill Attack just for the movement and feel pretty good. Bounce Orb, I think, is probably potentially the most powerful out of all of them, with the high ceiling of skilled play that you could get a lot of value out of it. And I think the Pengost is probably the most fun and the most kind of silly out of all of them, just because it's just, I don't know, it's so interesting. It's a 1/3. You get 2 special attacks immediately. It's speed. So, like what I did, I was like, Pengost, and then immediately followed up with Moonlight Aura. That's 4 special attacks in my deck. Let me get a draw. Maybe about to just start, rolling here and start drawing into some special attacks. And then if you KO it, it just replaces itself with a mirror image. Like, that's such an unexpected, interesting effect on a special card, right? A KO effect. Those are still kind of rare. I guess not too much in special, but so yeah, KO effect and getting a mirror image, right? We don't see a lot of mirror images right now, at least not with the early card pool. So, and it being in special, it's just like, wow, I wouldn't have thought. So it's just got so many different things going on that I think the Pengost is probably the most fun and just the most like wild and crazy out of all of them.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, and I feel like my love for the Amtar, I feel like it might be the skill thing, right? Because I think if you're talking like what's the easiest ones to use, Drill Attack and the Penguin. Like the Pengost is just, you play it, you get a thing. If your opponent decides to interact with it, like you said, you also get a thing. So, like, okay, the Drill Attack, very easy. You know what you're doing. Put something back in someone's hand, and then get a thing. The other 2, like you said, the ceiling on Bounce Orb, and then talking the Amtar, those 2 both definitely have to have intention in the cards that you have around them, right? Like, you're probably going to have Shadoon with the Orb. You're probably going to have a one that's not wild, right? So that you, like you said, so that you have the options on the board. I think in that last game you had the Penguin, the Pengost was on the board and the Siltsine when you did it the first time, right? So like you had a wild and a tame. So whatever you wanted to get from it, you were going to get. And I think that's, you know, a little more intention than just, oh, I have a Pengost in my hand. I'll just play it and get my special attacks and call it good.
Yep.
But yes, all four are good. You know, I know everyone has their favorites. I know Randy had said that his is obviously the Amtar as well, but he loves his blowing up his own things, his ferocity special decks, where he just sack bonds his whole field, right? Eats his own creatures.
Yep. I was all about that playstyle. In the early days of playing Wildhearts, I was like, sack bond. Well, not sack bond, because that wasn't actually out yet when I very first started playing. It hadn't been revealed yet. But like Fury Potion, just everything. We're just gonna blow up everything.
No, I mean, clears the field. Nothing wrong with that. Clears the field. And I mean, if you use it on a Pengost, right? You're playing special ferocity. You're only losing 0 power, right? And you now have the ability to play another Pengost because you get the mirror image, you get the 2 on your, your familiar, and now you can play another Pengost. Put some more specials in that deck.
Yep.
Oh, what a good time.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and end the stream here. I hope everybody did enjoy. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to ask them on any of our videos. We'll happily reply to you guys. If you want just even more, just direct, life tap into what we got going on, join our Discord because we're extremely active there as well. Every single day we're talking about something. And if you ever have any questions, that's going to be the fastest way to get a reply. And yeah, we're all about Wildhearts. So please come join, play, like, subscribe. Check out our Kickstarters. If you like the card game, we have our Kickstarter that's up currently. I'll go ahead and pull it up on the screen for you guys, so that way you can go check that out. It is our Welcome to Tetrum, our core set here, coming live later, maybe later this. It should be later this year sometime. I know that's very wide and broad, but until we have a firm answer, I don't want to put out the wrong information for y'all. But go ahead and follow it so you can go ahead and save it and be aware whenever it does go live. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.